Whenever you're ready.
So welcome to Ask the Mayor. This month we have our Chief Court Clerk with us. Tracy has, she's been in the West Fork area for a long time. Her husband Rob works over at the schools. But Tracy runs the court, and so we've been bringing in department heads, and we've brought Tracy in. We're going to talk to her about the court, how the court operates, and just let her get a couple things out there to the public to explain to you guys. Maybe it'll answer some questions you had about the court. The court's changed a lot over the past couple years. Since you came into the court, we've updated the court and made some changes. One of the things Tracy has really started doing at the court, she's brought us into the 21st century. She's really made some great updates technology-wise. You've changed the way we can pay at the court now, is that correct?
Yes, we have made a few changes. We can take credit card payments over the phone or debit cards. There is a 4.5% fee that they charge, but it's less expensive than going online to make your payments. If you really want to save money, just bring us cash or mail us a money order. We're working on more technology. Hopefully before too long we'll have texting, and they'll just be able to click on the app and make their payments that way, and they don't even have to make a phone call if they don't want to.
Cool. And so a lot of people are probably still used to the way the court used to be, where we had night court. That has changed, and we're a little bit different than some of the other towns, but how often do we have court?
Once a week.
Once a week?
Yep, every Thursday afternoon at 2 or 2:30 is when we have it, except for the 5th Thursday, and we have no court that day.
No court on the 5th Thursdays. And so what are the hours down at the court? Are you guys always there? Are you just there once a month or once a week?
We're there pretty much all the time. Official hours are 8 to 4:30, but there's usually somebody there, between 7 and 7:30 every morning.
And so you guys also house the revenue office. Does that work out well for you, or is that?
It does, because we have a lot of people that are like, hey, you've got expired tags, or your driver's license has been suspended and stuff like that. So if you need to pay reinstatement fees, a lot of times the revenue office can take care of that. If you want to pop in there on Wednesdays, she's there from 8 to 4:30, and she takes an hour for lunch, usually from 12 to 1. But anyway, you can get your tags renewed, and you can walk down the hall and show me proof, and I can lower your fines.
So Tracy, if I was guilty of getting a speeding ticket, and I don't speed, but if I was, and I was having trouble making my payments, or if I was having trouble paying for the ticket, can I make payments? Can I call you guys? How does that work?
Yes, we have a lot of different ways that you can make payments, and we are willing to work with you anytime. A lot of people are like, I can't make my payment, so they just don't contact us. And if that happens, then you end up with a fail to pay warrant, which is going to add $295 instantly to your fines. So it's better to reach out. Always call us, always ask questions, because sometimes we can help you out.
And that's pretty common, right? So if that happens to me, I'm not the only person calling you to try to set up something like that. That's pretty common, and you guys are willing. You're not mean. You're willing to work with people.
Oh yeah, we like to answer questions, and we like to meet all new people.
Good.
It's one of the best things about the job. We meet new and interesting people with a new and interesting story every single day.
Fantastic. So what else would you like for people to know about the court that's going on down there? Anything in particular?
I don't know that. If you haven't been to the courts building lately, you should come in. We got remodeled, and it's been a couple years now, but everything is light and bright and clean, and I cannot help you evict anybody, so don't come see me for that. But I do want you to know that on the City of West Fork website, you can go to the courts, and there are small claims forms you can get, civil forms if you need to do that. There's all of that is there. It tells you who you can sue and why you can sue and all of that stuff. If you have questions, you can call us there at the courts too, and we'll do our best to answer questions on that.
And what about our city judge? Is he a good guy? I put you on the spot.
I like him really well. I think that he is fair. I think he's fair, and he'll work with you. I mean, and it never hurts. I think people should always call and ask questions. And if you've got a judge question, come in on Thursday afternoon and talk to the judge. He's, the worst he can do is say no.
Yeah.
So it never hurts to ask. The other thing I want to make sure people know is it's always better, even if you can't make the payment that we have set up with you, call and pay something every single time. If you're set up for $50 a month and you can't pay the whole $50, we're gonna work with you. I mean, just call and we will see what we can do. And we need good contact information. We will send you reminders and say, hey, it's time to make your payment. But if we don't have your email and we don't have your mailing address or we don't have your phone number, we don't have any other option except to issue the warrant.
Fair enough. I had another question for you. Now I went blank. Oh, I know what it was. Our courts are handling. It's more than just West Fork tickets, right? That come through our court. How does that work?
Well, our court is kind of unique because we have a state park in our area. So we get state park tickets from the rangers. We have the interstate traffic, so we have that. So we get state police, we get highway patrol, then we get city of West Fork, and then we have, a lot of our district is in Washington County, so we get a lot of the Washington County tickets also. There's a wide range of departments that we deal with. We also are unique to some of the other courts because we have two prosecutors. We have a city prosecutor and then we have a county state prosecutor. And not everybody does that. So the city prosecutor is only going to handle things that happen inside the West Fork city limits. And then the county state is going to, take care of all the state police tickets and the Washington County tickets and highway patrol, state park. They take care of all those.
Fantastic. So I think to recap, our court, we did a huge remodel to it. It looks fantastic down there. It also doubles as our city council meeting room, our planning commission meeting room. But Tracy has made great strides at working to increase the technology down there. We're trying to work with some digital document storage now. The courts are really coming forward. We do the credit card payments. So I think the most important thing is to keep in mind our court staff are very knowledgeable, very friendly. Judge Casey Jones he's a great judge for our area. He lives in the West Fork area. But please reach out to them with any issues that you have that concern the court, and they will try to help you with that. Tracy, are we missing anything?
I would encourage people not just our court, anytime you get a citation, call the court ahead of time and, before you make a payment, before you go to court, call them and ask questions because it can save you money, it can save you time. Sometimes we can keep things off your driving record, we can save you miles and hours of driving.
So another thing I was going to bring up is you've actually implemented a community service program so that you're trying to get some community service instead of when people are having a hard time paying, we're doing some community service projects.
Yes, and it can really help people out if they will come in, but if you don't do your community service, it gets you in more trouble, because then we have to issue a new warrant.
Yeah.
That you're in contempt of court, then you can end up in jail. So, I wouldn't volunteer for community service unless you're really going to follow through.
So you need to be committed to do that.
That's right. And it's not hard stuff. Anybody can do the stuff that we have. We have tons and tons of projects that need to be completed in the city. So if you can't pay your fines, you should come in. We'll set you up for a review hearing. We'll have you talk to the judge, and sometimes he'll assign community service instead.
So I think the point is that the court is doing everything they can to work with anyone who has something coming through the court. We're doing a good job at working with the community and trying to help you out of the situation.
That's what I think. We want to help as much as we possibly can. As long as people are willing to work with us, we're going to do everything in our power to work with them and help them get out of the predicament that they're in.
Fantastic. So I think we'll start wrapping it up. I will say that so we've interviewed the Parks Director Chad. We interviewed the Fire Chief, and now we've done the Chief Clerk at the courts. So far, Chief Myers is winning on views, and he has told everybody. He has told Chad that several times that the Fire Chief got all the views. So. We need everyone to watch this so that we can get Mark to be quiet about that. I want everyone to know though, Blair has introduced this idea of interviewing department heads, and she also asked me if maybe we could get the school superintendent, Mr. Carnes, to come in for an interview. And so I have spoke to Mr. Carnes, and he's willing to come in and talk to us a little bit about the school as well. So we're going to add that to the list. But do know that we started Ask the Mayor for a reason, so that we could answer questions that you guys may have, and maybe this was the easiest way for you to get those questions to the city or to me, to get those out and answered. So if you have any questions, please get those to Blair, or bring them up to city admin, to Christy or Amanda. We definitely want to answer your questions, but we also want to introduce you to the department heads, and just I want to make it known what our department heads are doing and how they are working to grow our city, to better our city, and to work with our citizens. So with that, we'll conclude the meeting, and Tracy, thank you for sitting in with us.
You're welcome, thanks.